Alright guys, we're finally back. I'm doing final work on our Dart 007 TPI project. And this is my relatively new spring height checker gauge that my buddy Rob bought me. Because he noticed I didn't have one. He saw how I used to do it. I will show you. Okay, I used to use the calipers like this. Alright. And then I would measure our distance on the caliper. Well, this is obviously going to be a lot better design in order to get everything accurate. Now, I've been doing cylinder heads for 40 years with the calipers. I probably should have bought one of these ages ago. Unfortunately for me, it makes me want to get everything to the thousandth of an inch. Now, since this is new territory for me, it makes me wonder how close people get. I know the last set of cylinder heads I sent out and had a valve job on, they were off by 60 thousandths. That's completely unacceptable to me. Now we're going to take a look at how we did this, just so you can take a look at how it is. All right. You put the valve in on a finished seat. Make sure everything's as clean as possible. You put your gauge in. You put in whatever. Now I'm just doing this as a reference from one to the other. So this is just a small standard like throttle body injection retainer for an intake and standard Chevy locks. You put it in, you make it tight. I lean on it pretty good. Okay, now this one is actually our highest number as far as height for an intake valve. That's why I left it on there. So it's 1.864. Okay, we're going to take a look at the sheet. I did all of them, and you guys will let me know whether they're close enough or I need to do some more work. Okay, so this head is numbered number 2. So this is 2, 4, 6, and 8. Excuse my dirty fingers. And that's number 8. So there we are, 1.864 inches. Now we'll take a look all the way through this. I had a couple of them I had to do a couple times. And this head's very, very close. Okay, 0.860, 0.858. Very, very close. This one has got one shy and one deep. Now, when you compare this, I did my exhausts and I did my intakes. The worst case scenario, I'm off by 10 thousandths. Well, somebody's going to say, how much is 10 thousandths? All right, is that the end of the world? I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, it's a Chevy. It's got adjustable rocker arms, adjustable valve train. This is going to have a hydraulic roller valve train. It's going to have good rocker arms on it. Probably like a comp heavy duty roller. It won't be a problem. But if the customer sees this and says, hey, Charlie, I'd like you to even them up a little more. I mean, if you take a look at our exhausts, right? These are real close. 0.828, 829, 828, 829. Can't beat that with a stick. You got to remember, guys, I'm doing this with stones. Okay? I don't have a seat and guide machine to get everything exactly perfect. But this head, probably done a different date, has got 3 that are a little deeper. One is pretty close. Now, if he wanted me to make them all 0.838, I could do it. It's probably a full day's worth of work to do it. And the only thing it's going to accomplish is you're going to drop the tiniest amount of compression on these other cylinders. I personally think it's good the way it is. I mean, for a stone set, I think it's pretty good. I might want to just like touch that one. Bring that up a little bit closer to the rest of them. And that one is going to be where it is. So you guys let me know whether you like it or not. How accurate does it have to be? Some of the things we should probably talk about. Let me pull this apart and you guys can look at how it's designed. See if I can one-hand this for you guys. Okay, it spins like this. It's inside micrometer. Okay. Let me take it apart. Okay, you can see how it's designed, and it unscrews apart to give you your distance. Nothing fancy when it comes to the retainers and locks. Did it as clean as I could. It is the valves that we're going to be using. Sorry, got cramps. Too much working in the heat. Florida. Okay, I think I told you that the owner of these wanted me to assemble everything and flow every port all through the TPI. That's, like I said, probably a full 2 days worth of work. I will be trying to start that this week. I'm finishing up the intake for Eric. It took me forever because life has just been a real show, let me tell you. And took me way long. I haven't been spending much time in the garage at all. Just I don't have the ability to do it. Just life just sometimes drains the life out of you. So I'm feeling better, and I'm washing that up. I can put that in a box and send that to Eric today. Well, today's Sunday, so I can set it up so Whiffy can drop it off. And we'll get going on this. You guys let me know whether these numbers are good enough or I got to do some more work evening them up. I'm fine with either case, to be honest. What, of course, worries me is, you go to hit this with a stone and you take more than 10 thousandths off in no time. And then you got the opposite thing. Okay? Now, if you take a look at these, should I have lapped them all first? I didn't really think of it. And then use the specific valve for that seat? That is not what I did. I used the same valve for every one because I don't want any difference in stem height to affect it. But I guess that's just a different way to think about it. You can see that exhaust needs a little touch up. I missed this. That's why you got to look at stuff over and over. But as far as our radius in from the seat and stuff, that's all done. Alright guys, so give me some feedback on this. And thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. Alright, before I sign off, you know what? I almost made a mistake. The way this is designed, right, it's recessed 100 thousandths in here. So I'm taking the measurement off the top edge. In reality, all of our numbers are 100 thousandths less. It's an important point, and I don't like to publish stuff that with a mistake. But like I said, this is a new tool for me, so I have to learn about it as well. If I made any mistakes, please straighten me out, guys. Thanks a lot.